Good morning, everyone. Hey, welcome back to Jason Unleashed. How's it going? Jason Carter here. It's early. Yes. Happy Thursday or Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, right? Yes, today is Wednesday. What's going on with me? Anyways, guys, it's early this morning. Happy to be here with you. I'm your host, Jason Carter. Thank you so much for watching. And on today's show, I have a very special guest, Samantha Schacher from the nationally syndicated Daily Blast Live is in the building. As a matter of fact, she is here. Let's bring her in. Go live with Sam. She is the co-host and managing editor of this show, in the landscape of television, and she's a dear friend. Super stoked for her. And here she is, Sam. Hi.
Jason!
We did it. We did it.
I know. You should tell them how this morning I was like, Jason, I don't understand how to live. What do I do? Well, I've never done this before, and then he was making fun of me because the fact that he thinks I'm simple, and I will take a compliment.
Well, okay, first, you're not simple, and two, not everyone spends hours on social media, Sam, so you're good. But I'm glad I'm your first Instagram Live. I feel honored.
Yeah.
Hi. Absolutely, absolutely. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay. Look, I'm sitting in my bedroom. This is the only place I can hide with kids. So just the background, I literally am hiding from Sophie and Miles. So there you go.
I saw another friend said the same thing. Like, I have to hide in my closet to talk to people. But nonetheless, I know you have a busy day. First of all, congratulations on baby Miles. How are you feeling?
I feel really, really good, honey. Listen, when I first had baby Miles, it was weird because of the pandemic. Mm-hmm. So the pandemic happened for me, in my mind, March 11th when Miles was born, because all these implementations took place. That's the hospital. We saw all the nurses brigading, figuring out what. That's when I was told that I didn't know if my partner could be there. That's when I was told that Sophie couldn't visit and my parents couldn't visit. So for me, it was just strange time. Happy as I was, it was like, whoa, dealing with the normal of quarantine, not being able to have family come visit. And then going through postpartum depression. But I'm on medication now, and I feel wonderful.
I love that.
So good.
Sam, postpartum depression has been something you have been so open about. I remember in 2017, you had an incredible moment on Daily Blast Live where you revealed that I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm going through this. And when you revealed that, it seemed like there was this huge sense of relief. The response from your viewers and just how have they engaged with you in regards to that? Because so many women struggle with postpartum but are afraid to talk about it. And here's the thing: it's normal, it happens, but yet there's still a stigma in addition to the stigma of mental health.
You're absolutely right, and you know me, Jason. I'm a very positive person. Very I can get cray, but I'm pretty. And so for me, when I went through postpartum depression the first time, it really threw me for a loop. I mean, even battled with anxiety and a little bouts of depression. This was different. This was suicidal thought. I didn't want to be here anymore. This was like the darks of the darks. I can't even describe it. Only people understand. And for me, as a sidebar, on the Dr. Drew show, I advocated for mental health. Advocated for dropping that stigma, being open and talking about it. And it was so weird being on the flip side, but that's the one disease where you do not want to treat. You just want to sit in your bed all day. You don't even want to deal with it. You don't have the energy. Talk about being tired. When you're depressed, it's this whole other exhaustion where you have zero energy to do anything. So for me, I didn't want to talk about it. And then when I went to work, which we all have to do, when I went to work, we did a story where Ivanka Trump, of all people, Ivanka Trump talked about her postpartum depression. And as a journalist, I just started the copy, and then I broke. I had no idea that would happen. I hadn't told anybody. So for me, for it to just break down on my, I'm glad it happened. What it's all about is being real and unfiltered, and our viewers are supposed to be our friends, and they really are our friends. I'm shocked that I immediately just told the whole world that I am not, and that if anybody saw it, I mean, literally, I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth. I was so hard. I was very suicidal. And so for me to like kind of break down was definitely related.
Mm-hmm.
Then to have the support of the viewers, so many women wrote in, and men suffer from this too, by the way.
Right.
I had no idea that men can suffer from postpartum depression too. So many women wrote in, and men, saying that they too are going through it. Can we go through it together? Or they did go through it and they beat it. This is the medication they took. I immediately got on medication. I got on Zoloft. I take 50 milligrams a day. And I felt within 3, 4, 5 weeks, I felt so much better then. Fast forward to now, I didn't know to come back again. Because I got off my medication like 6 months later. I weaned myself. You have to wean very carefully. So if you're on any type of antidepressant, you gotta wean very carefully.
You can't do a cold turkey.
Cannot. That is disastrous. So make sure that you have the consult or physician. So then this time around, really quick version, I felt really great for about 3 weeks. Pandemic, and then it hit me again. And again, I wanted people to know, because this is where the stigma comes from. Because some would write in being like, you have this beautiful baby. It has nothing to do with that. Of course, I was so over the moon in love with Sophie. Of course, I was so over the moon in love with mine. It's up here.
Right.
Never have a conversation about, if I were to have a broken arm, everybody would say, go get it treated, Sam. Go get a CAT.
Right.
But we don't treat, as Dr. Drew always says, we don't treat above the neck, below. And so, yes, I love my children. Yes, I'm grateful for my job. Yes, I'm very blessed. It does not change the mental disease, the mental illness. So I got back on medication. 3 weeks, I felt great. Now, I feel wonderful. But medication works, treatment works. There's many ways that you can treat postpartum depression. Medication, what worked for me. I know other people can do it with therapy and things like that. But yes, I feel.
Yeah. Well, and I'm so happy to hear that. And two, Sam, I think when people, the guilt you also were trying to, because this is compounded, there's these compounded things that are coming at you. Like you said, depression's debilitating. As a survivor of clinical depression, I see you, I get it. Two, you have to do your job, and you're so grateful for all the beautiful things in your life, but you, for some reason, can't get it together up here. And then you have the guilt of those people who don't understand what you're going through, saying, Sam, you're on national television. You have a great husband. You're successful. You have 2 beautiful children. Why do you sound entitled? And it's like, it has nothing to do with that. But yet, and I mean, that just leans in to the stigma. But getting to DBL, and I'm glad you brought that up as well, because I think that's where, that's what was so interesting. Cosmic.
Pause. I need to say something to you, Jason, because you came out about your depression on Pop Trigger, and you need to know that despite someone that had so much education about depression, you to be so forthright years ago about your depression and your suicidal thoughts, you need to know that that is something I thought about during my depression and made me not feel alone. So just, I had to pause and I had to let you know that your words matter. Your actions mattered, and it mattered to me. So I want to thank you for that.
Sam, thank you. You don't have to thank me for that. That was just me being honest. And you gave me a safe space to have that conversation. That was my second time of being invited back by you to Pop Trigger, an opportunity that you gave to me just by me hitting you up on Twitter and saying, I love what you're doing. Can I come and be in the audience? And you said, be on my show. Why don't you be a guest on my show?
No, because you're amazing.
Oh, stop. But Sam, as someone who loves you dearly as a friend, I'm glad I was able to be, I'm glad we had that conversation. I'm glad the universe aligned for us to now be able to talk about this here on an even more public forum. And you do that on Daily Blast Live. When I was saying it was cosmically interesting that here on the show that is meant to reveal and relate and connect and not make it about us as hosts, but about a conversation that involves so many, you were able to release and have that conversation. And that's the magic of what you guys do every single day on Daily Blast Live. I watch every day part. I watch the early show, midday, the live stream, and access. And what is so cool about what you guys do is that the conversations you have are conversations that people are having in Duluth, Wisconsin, that they're having in Milwaukee, that they're having in New Mexico. And you guys are inviting them to be a part of those conversations and giving them a space to have an opinion and have a platform. I mean, Guys, if you haven't seen Daily Blast Live, go watch this in the morning because the chat is incredible. These people are like diehard fans. But let's talk about the show because you were at the helm of the show that has completely changed the landscape of how we view daytime television.
Thank you, Jason. I really appreciate it. And you do walk the walk. When you say that you support me or DBL, you actually are supporting me and DBL. And in this industry, a lot of people may say that, but they don't actually, you know, support their friends. So I want to thank you for being so supportive. And yeah, Daily Blast Live is something that is so authentic, relevant, needed in today's climate because our of hosts, first of all, people that I respect dearly, that I learn from every single day, are allowed to say it like it is. We are not instructed to be censored, and it is unfiltered as we want to be. And luckily, you know, all of us are very empathetic and careful with what we say in the sense that we're thoughtful. So just filter doesn't mean just say whatever you want. You need to still be self-aware, thoughtful about the dialogue, and every single one of us are. And therefore, we can have very unfiltered conversations, but conversations that are responsible. And there's no subject matter. Don't touch. Touch. We really uncovered when it comes to relation, when it comes to George Floyd, when it comes to Ahmaud Arbery. I learned so much from my co-hosts of color, not only on camera, but behind the scenes, how to be a better ally. That's something that I need to work on daily because I can be empathetic all I want, but I don't live. So I understand, never understand. So I have to really unlearn, if that makes sense. I need to unlearn what it's like to be a white woman in America. And I actually do that based by my experiences on the show, listening to my co-host. And I am so grateful for that. So our show, yeah, if we're gonna have a conversation about politics or race, there is absolutely no barometer of comfortability, if that makes sense. Properly. Comfortability. So yeah, we get uncomfortable. And I think you have to be uncomfortable when you talk about that. And I'm so glad that we have a safe space to have those uncomfortable conversations, go there, so to speak, and to even mess up. If I mess up, I want my co-hosts or my viewers to hold me accountable. And that's what the show is about. We just want to be completely real. And we forget the camera there. And I'm super grateful for that.
And that's the magic of what DBL is. And as I said, as someone who watched it, like I watched this show not only as a fan and a viewer, but also from a producer standpoint, because when you work in this industry, you're trained to be crazy like that. But that's the magic of the show. I mean, you guys are live for 4 hours straight daily in every time zone. The news cycle is 24/7. Lately, Sam, of course, as we know, what news has become and what we're consuming is depressing, dire, negative, racist, politically volcanic, all of these things that are just so wearing on your soul. How do you, every single day, keep it together? Keep it together when you do stories like when you're sitting next to Erica and you're sitting next to Jeff or Tori or Lindsay, and you guys have to have these hard conversations about race and about sexual assault and so many egregious things. Ghislaine Maxwell. How do you keep it together? What is your self-care in those moments?
That's tough. When it comes to race, I'm so privileged that I don't live it. So again, it destroys me to know that you and Erica and Lindsay and Al and Brandon have to fear for their lives when they get pulled over or when they're running or when they're in a grocery store or just living your life because of your color and how it can be weaponized by certain individuals. And so for me, yeah, it destroys me when I cover those stories and I get angry. But the difference is, again, I don't live it. So as angry as I am, I can only imagine how sickened and tired and angry you and Erica and Al and Brandon and Lindsay and every other person of color must feel. So that's race. And yeah, those videos, those thoughts, all of that keeps me up at night. But again, I understand that my degree is completely different to what you must be going through, my friend. And then when it comes to, yeah, horrific stories about sexual assault and just our climate today with politics, the one thing that I do is I really try, and you know this, I really try and unplug. As soon as I get home, I put my phone away. I just pour myself into my kids, and that's the only thing that saved me. Because if I keep reading comments or if I'm watching videos, I get really depressed.
Yeah.
And, you know, even though I'm on medication, you know, it's not foolproof, and so I do need to have some self-care. And for me, self-care is unplugging.
Right. Sam, trust me, I wish I could unplug. And it's easier said than done because we're in a time of quarantine where we have so much more time to do nothing. We have so much more time to do what we're doing now because we're trying to self-soothe and we're trying to stay sane in a time of insanity. But with that said, though, two beautiful children. Sophie, she's turned three this year.
Just turned 3.
And then beautiful baby Miles. What is life like at home? Just talk about the magic of being a brand new mom.
It's chaotic. It's everything and anything in between. So, for instance, my eyes are so bloodshot because I am so tired.
I can imagine.
Eye drops in the morning. I'm like, keep it real. I am tired. So, but again, like having Miles and having Sophie and watching Sophie be a sibling is seriously my heart. Are there moments where chaos where I go back and cry? Yeah. Also moments where I'm just like, you know, life can't get better. So I think, you know, motherhood is all of it. And I'm just grateful. I can't wait to start sleeping. I can't wait. I have to wake up every 2 hours to feed Miles, to rock him back to sleep. So Mark and I, real too. Mark is literally on the couch right now, and I'm sleeping in a bed. And he, that's not healthy, but we do it because we need to take shifts.
Right.
So Bible purpose right now, he's on the couch. He'll take the first shift till like 2 a.m, and thank God I get 30 till 2 of like straight sleep, and then I'll take the shift from like 2 to 6, and that's safe right now. But it's sad that like sleeping on the couch and I'm sleeping on the bed, but that's just the it won't be forever, but that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, and you guys will look back on this time and laugh about it because it's. I mean, I've never had a toddler or a young child, but I can imagine that it's just part of those will be the memories that you're going to cherish even most because you're like, oh, remember when I made you sleep on the couch for 6 months? But you'll look back and laugh. Professionally, Sam, your most important job absolutely is being a mom, but your journey professionally has been one that is so cool from starting out in LA. I mean, you're UC Santa Cruz. You're a Santa Cruz girl. Came to LA. Went to UCLA. For those who don't know, Sam is an amazing swimmer, and you've been able to appear and talk and have conversations on so many great platforms from HLN, CNN, Dr. Drew, the Young Turks. I mean, you've aligned yourself with things that are #1 leading in their field. Now you're on a national TV show that is loved by millions. Beyond that, though, where does Sam Schacher see herself? Because you've soared to such amazing heights.
Oh, I appreciate it, Jason. I really do. Gosh, yeah, I've been very lucky that I've been able to work on programs that always allowed me to have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the days of like CNN, and I know things are polarized today. Even in the days of CNN and Dr. Drew, I never censored. I could go off Mark Zimmerman and stick up for Trayvon Martin because people saw me more as I guess you could say, opinion piece rather than back then. I was allowed to go there. So I got a lot of people on Twitter and Facebook. I'm anti-cop, not anti-cop reform. I want to call it what it is. I want to say better. But yeah, so I'm grateful back then that I could speak my mind. Then when I got to do, simultaneously Young Turks, I could speak my mind. Thank goodness when DL came around, which I was helped develop from, that all geared toward being unfiltered, speaking your mind. You right then and there that I had to be, and I had to help develop. I wanted it to live up the brand of being filtered, because people say on TV, people say interact with the, and there really isn't that dichotomy. And so for me, it was important to get that on and make sure that that we say it like we mean it. And if we mess you because we're live all day, every day, then you know what? It's up to us to say, hey, Sam wasn't right, or hey, consider this person. And that's where we take accountability, we grow, and we learn. And I'm just grateful for it all. As far as like where I'm next, I want to see CL continue to just grow, and I want it to be the mainstay. I want it to be the show that everybody's into, knowing that there's news, but also knowing that diverse opinions, and knowing that they play well because your voice matters. Love reading the comments. Always have the comments on the show, and learn from our viewers every single day. So I'm just grateful for that, and I just just continue to grow. That's what I want.
And we absolutely see it growing, Sam, for sure. I want to take a moment to see all the people in the comments. So they're loving you, Sam. They're loving you.
Having Sam as a role model in my early 20s helped me learn so much about the world and how to be a good human. Oh my God. Wow. Just got me emotional. Thank you, Viola K. I Top Trigger Date, always been supportive. Thank you. That means a lot. It's all worthwhile. Thank you.
Sam, you love animals. I got a dog, and every time I think of my dog, I think about you and Baby and your fur babies.
Baby's almost 17.
I know.
That? Oh, so how old's your dog? Is it a puppy?
She's a puppy. She is a American Staffordshire Terrier named Valentina. Cute, so cute, so cute. And for the longest time, I was like, I don't know if I'm a pet guy. And because, you're always on the go. Pets are like people. They have personality. Like, pets are like a four-legged person. It's unreal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes they're hard to take care of. They
right.
Up at night as well. Congratulations. I'm excited for you.
Thank you. We're trying to train her. She's a little unruly, but she's super cute and super. We love her. We love her. Sam, is there anything that you won't talk about? I mean, me and you have had conversations about a myriad of things, so many things. But are there some things where you're just like, you know what, this is off limits. I can't go there. Where do you draw a hard line?
I don't. I really don't. I can talk. If someone can ask me anything, and I can talk about anything. If I don't want to, I guess it would be about other people. So I would always want to get the of a certain individual. If somebody brings up, what is Jason like? Of course, I'm going to only say positive things. But if there was surrounding you, Jason, I want to talk to you about that first, and let you know what I want to say, and get your blessing. So I guess for me, it's just making sure that, but again, nothing's off limits. It would it would change the way I question. So I might have to say, you know what, this is to hear from Jason but I can share my experience with him, and I could, and I would go down the list of wonderful things that you and I have gone through, all the ups and downs. But I guess that would be the thing, is just making sure that I'm respectful of people's privacy lives.
Yeah, I love that. I know you got a show to do today. So before I let you go, I just want to ask this because when I posted that you were coming on the show, so many people in the DMs and just in conversation were so excited because you have so many people who have followed your career, who look up to you, who see that you yourself walk the walk and you talk the talk in everything you do. If someone came up to Sam Schacher and said, Sam, who are you? And I love asking this question because I love the responses I get from people. Who are you as a woman? What do you stand for? What would you tell them?
Wow. I just want to be better. I just want to be empathetic. I just want to self-reflect. And I guess this is the first because, can you up when you're like, oh, why did I say that? Or why did that person say that about me? Sometimes that can haunt you to the point where it ruins your day, right? That one comment can, supersede every other positive comment. So for me, though, I really do just want to be a better host, better friend, better ally, and better just person. So I hope if people meet me or know me, they just see me as an empathetic person that is trying to be better. I've been I've been stuck on my views in the past. And of course, there's certain views that I'm not going to let go of when it comes to equality and equity. I'm never going to, but I do want to have respectful conversations with everybody, and hopefully through those respectful conversations gain insight, and hopefully the other person can feel the same way.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. DBL is live Monday through Friday, and different time zones, but you guys are first live at 10:30 Mountain, yes?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. And they can watch 10:30 and they can also catch everything on YouTube. You guys do a great job of
check your local listings, because depending on what city you're in, might be different times during the day, because it's syndicated.
Okay. Love it. Love it. Sam, you have a great day. Thank you so much for your time. Good to see you. Hug the kids. Hug Mark for me. All the best. And again, you are valuable. You are incredible, and you are an inspiration to so many. So you keep on killing it, girl. Keep on killing it.
I love you, Jason. Thank you for having me, inspiring me. I'm wonderful, and I'm so grateful to have you.
My pleasure, boo. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.